Hello everybody and welcome back to our Origin Summer Preview 2017. I am sitting here with Mike from Ogre Foot, and he's going to be showing us a quick look here at a game he's got coming out on Kickstarter later on. We're going to get to all those details in a second, and it is called, help me pronounce this here, Gods of Tyn Harra?
Correct.
Yes. Got it. All right, Mike, tell me a little bit about it, please.
All right, so it's a 2 to 4 player game.
Yep.
And it is a drafting game, also with player elimination. So each player chooses one of these character sheets. So in our example, we're going to play Angels and Demons.
Okay, which is these two here.
So we'll grab these and...
So I got to be Angels, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
So then we put each of the cubes on the stars. These are one-time use only during the game.
Got it. So we're loading these up here.
And then we put the meeple on 15, which is your maximum life.
15 life.
So each of these decks...
That's what that looks like, folks.
Each of these decks is exactly the same, except for this one's obviously Demons, this one's Angels. But they all have the same cards in them. So what we would normally do, shuffle these together, and then we would deal out 5 to you, 5 to me, draft one, pass it, draft, pass it. You don't have to draft your own Angels, you don't have to draft Demons, but there's a benefit to doing that later.
Okay.
So after the draft is over, then you take one of your Vorpal shards, and you can put it in one of 3 places. You can put it on the character portrait, which will give you a discount on any demons that you would cast, or in your case, Angels.
Okay, got it, if I do that.
So it's a one Mystic Shard discount. Or you can play it on one of these 4 abilities. So for instance, if I put it on this one right here for gain 1 Mystic Shard and gain 1 Soul Shard, draw a card, then I can use it once I go down to 7 life, where the Vorpal Shard is right there.
Yeah.
So then I can use it for a second time. Otherwise, you can't use it.
Got it.
The third spot is to put it on the skull, where it will save your life 1 time. So for instance, if I was down to 2 life and I took 3 damage, this would consume the Vorpal Shard and put me back to 5 life.
Ooh.
After that, then you die.
Got it. Got it.
So that's up to you, but based on your draft, how well it went, if you got a whole bunch of demons, you might want to put it here. If you didn't get a bunch of demons, or you feel like you want to do something else, it just depends on the situation.
Right.
So let's just say, for example, basically I should also say that this game scales for the number of players, so the maximum hand size is 2 plus the number of players. So if you play with 4 people, then obviously it would be 6 people, 6 cards.
Got it.
So in our case, it's 4. So the way this works is you start with 3 Mystic Shards, each player does.
Okay.
And the way you cast the spell is right here on top left-hand side. This is the cost.
Right here, got it.
Some of them have 0, so they'll be free.
Okay.
So for instance, if I played this one, I could choose to draw a card, Mystic Shard, or a Soul Shard. Soul Shards are used to purchase these soul cards later, and I'll explain that in just a minute.
Okay, cool.
So say I draw a card, and let me just for the sake of it, get some creatures here. So since I have my Vorpal Shard here, I pay for 1 to put this demon in my defense zone, okay? Defense zone, attack zone. And the reason they're like that is because in the story of Tyn Harra, there's a portal in the middle. The creatures cannot go against the magic flow of the portal, so you always have to attack to the left, defend from the right.
Okay, got it.
So if there was 4 players, you have to kind of watch to see how that player's doing compared to this player, because if that player's loaded up with creatures, you may not want this guy to die real fast. You might want to take care of some other stuff. So you kind of got to think about that.
Huh, okay.
But anyway, in our case, it's just 2 people. So I would put this in defense zone, and say I put this one in attack zone. So when I attack, all damage is done simultaneously. So I attack this way, and then we resolve it.
Okay.
And then you would attack this way and resolve it. So you couldn't possibly die before me if we're playing. So.
Got it.
But then when creatures die, you gain these soul shards and you put them on your portrait. So then the next turn, during the preparation phase, when you reset to 3 crystals, draw to max hand size, move your creatures however you want, then there's the ability to purchase these soul shards. So if I had 3 soul shards, I put it right here, and then I can buy this card. And instead of going to the discard pile, it goes directly to my hand. Use it instantly.
Got it. Got it.
And then I can pay 1 for a soul fire, deal 3 damage to any target. And
that's after you draft, then that card does not move around.
That's correct. It's part of your deck now. And then it would be discarded, and then if you run out of cards, you shuffle it up. and it's back in your deck.
Got it.
So basically, it's just that, and you try to survive, be the last person in battle.
And that's up to 4 players doing this simultaneously then?
Correct.
Right. Okay, very cool. Tell us a little bit about when this is coming to Kickstarter, how much you're looking at, and possibly even when you're thinking it might, you know, if you fund, when it might release.
Okay, so it is practically done. I mean, the only thing I've got left is some graphic stuff, possibly a new box cover. I commissioned a new piece of art for that, so we'll see how that turns out.
Okay.
But it should be on Kickstarter in July.
Okay, July,
and
got it.
And it's going to be $29. So it should be reasonably priced.
Yeah, cool. And do you have a projected date for when it would come out?
Yeah, when I talk to the people that create the games, it's going to take probably about 3 or 4 months to get it printed and back to me.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that when it ends in July, the end of July, that we would have it before Christmas, probably November.
Sounds good. Cool. All right, so July, Gods of Tyn Harra. Keep an eye out for it, folks. Looks interesting. It's got a cool look to it. The artwork is really kind of captivating, so that's pretty neat. Good talking to you.
Yeah,
thanks for coming by and showing this off to us. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. Again, Gods of Tyn Harra, check it out, July Kickstarter. We'll see you real soon.